So they wanted to capture the goat, cut his head off, but instead they captured him and gave him a few spankings and let him go. Right? Who am I talking about? CZ from Binance. I mean, it was quite obvious that the DOJ would go after Binance, would go after CZ, you know, and bring him down, right? Right? Maybe not Binance completely, but definitely give a few slap on the wrist and tell him, hey, you got to pay a fine and you got to step down, which happened here. I'll post the link in the description so you could read up on it. This article comes out from CNBC, says Binance CEO CZ pleads guilty to federal charges and steps down, right? So first paragraph goes in, Binance chief CZ will plead guilty to criminal charges and step down as the company's CEO as part of a $4.3 billion settlement with the Department of Justice. According to court documents, the plea arrangement with the government resolves a multi-year investigation into the world's largest crypto exchange. Now, the crypto markets initially a little bit sell off there, but not aggressively, right? This has been going on for some time. Finally, it's out of the woods. It's done with. CZ stepping down and pay the fine and move on, right? CZ basically tweeted out and said, today I stepped down as CEO of Binance. Admittedly, it was not easy to let go emotionally, but I know it's the right thing to do. I made mistakes and I take responsibility. This is best for the community, right? Let me get into, just clicked on more of his tweet. He says, Binance is no longer a baby. It is time for me to let it walk and run. I know Binance will continue to grow and excel with deep bench it has. I'm pleased to announce so-and-so, Richard Tang, our now former global head of regional markets, has been named the new CEO of Binance today. Richard is a highly qualified leader and with over 3 decades of financial services, regulatory experience. He will navigate the company through its next period of growth. He will ensure Binance delivers on our next phase of security, transparency, compliance, and growth. And he goes on to talk about it. It's all in the article. You could read up on it. But Binance is not dead. It's still around. They got a new CEO. They removed CZ. They gave Binance a slap on the wrist for all of this activity that happened. And again, right? This is basically positive news. This is not negative news. This is positive news for the crypto markets out there because one, investigation is done with. Number two, you got basically, regulatory bodies coming in, fixing the crypto markets, fixing the exchanges, creating systems out there to make it more regulated, even though I understand, don't get angry with me, crypto is supposed to be decentralized, right? And there's not supposed to be any centralized system controlling it, but, it's quite obvious that the government will not let that happen. There will have to be some regulation, some control there, right? And especially when you have the most important player out there, the biggest entity out there who is coming out now supporting Bitcoin. Who is that? BlackRock, right? BlackRock wanting to come out with an ETF. BlackRock can't have CZ taking over, Binance taking over, these other crypto banks and exchanges taking market share. I mean, it's quite obvious, right? That Wall Street and their banks are not in crypto. So what do? Right? You work with the SEC, you try to regulate these things much better, you create better systems, you create a stamp of approval from the SEC, and you put your products out there with the stamp, with the seal, saying, hey, you want to buy crypto? Buy this. Buy our product, right? Instead of giving away masses of money and market share away. That's why you have BlackRock, who was against, and many other, right? JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, all these bankers out there who were against crypto, now coming in and saying that, hey, let's support the environment. Coinbase, right? Supporting the environment as well, right? Working with the SEC, Citadel, same thing. BlackRock, same thing. You've got all these bigger players coming in, and especially obviously they got strong ties with the SEC. Obviously they got big influence, right? BlackRock is a behemoth company with big influence, and very likely, I'm pretty sure they're going to be the ones that, with the approval, with the stamp saying, here you go, Bitcoin ETF, Bitcoin to the moon, right? But before that happens, yeah, you have to shake up the markets a bit. That's why Bitcoin sold off, right? Aggressively. All of these, the crypto banks and the exchanges going under, FTX, all of this FUD in the markets causing the volatility, the shakeouts in the markets, right? All to just do what, right? It's all to just clear the system, clear the environment to basically put out the crypto markets ahead and push them forward and get BlackRock into the markets, getting them accumulating Bitcoin, which they are right now. They're accumulating a bunch of them before the massive run up in Bitcoin, right? And with the SEC approval, and once it happens, and you have halving coming out in Bitcoin next year as well, possibility of rate cuts as well, basically gives you 3 massive green lights to basically say that, hey, this is looking more and more positive for the crypto markets. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below, subscribe, hit the like button, bell icon to be notified on the next video, and I'll see you guys around. Cheers. Bye.